a lot of our first 36 minutes and didn't care much for our last 24. And so much of playoff success comes from truly learning. And it's not even so much making adjustments in your game. That happens for sure. But it's almost adjusting back to form when you come out of form, when you come out of the things that you are built to do and do well. We did that, I think, at 3-1. We came out of that a little bit. And that's why all the cliches are true in playoffs, 60 minutes of hockey, and that's what this game will demand.
How would you describe the adjustment to playoff hockey from a mental toughness perspective?
Every shift, every back check, every face-off can be the deciding moment in a game, and that's the difference. You get into a game in February, and it's just not, doesn't have the same meat on the bone. There's not the same cost. So, we talked during the year of our trying to change of style of play with the Florida Panthers this year to come to play a game like we did. The risk profiles now for both teams are identical. Nobody wants to make that mistake. Everybody wants to play hard. So that's the mentality that you need to have. Everything matters. The 5-foot area that you are playing is the most critical piece.
Sam Bennett out there this morning, how would you gauge his status right now?
Somewhere between 99 and 100. Yeah, Benny's in. Or we would have had him in a gold.
What does that do for your team? Obviously, not just for what he brings, but just where it moves everyone else as well.
Structure, right, for your lines. It is a real challenge. It can be a real challenge when you lose a center iceman, right? And you have to move people around. It can be difficult. He's an important piece to our team. He's also an energy player and a driver for us, right? And it's not just the goals. It's the physicality. It's the heaviness down low, the pace that he plays at. Luster-Ryan, Bennett, and Tkachuk have been really good at times together this year. And with the depth that Boston has, we need that.
Paul, you talk about changing your style of how you play. Is that akin to turning around a battleship in a channel, or is it easier than it sounds?
There are some challenges in this situation. On the one hand, we got some really good players. They had a major shift, right? We lost about 7 guys with Duke being out. There was a real major shift in personnel this year. And then you're coming off 122 points. So the why do we have to play way harder than we're playing? Right? We had 122 last year. So it took a while. It took us till January, I think. I think we were playing much harder in December. We just couldn't tell because of our schedule. And then January, we had an even more egregious schedule, and we learned how to play hard.
Who is in net?
I'm not telling you. Alex Lyon's going.
Why?
See that? Why did I decide to tell you?
Well, that's a good question, but why?
She played exceptionally well in that game. And certainly, again, cliches, it's not the ones you make, it's the ones you leave. But he was just too good in that game. All 3 of those 2-on-1s he made saves on. Boston got the puck to the net on great scoring chances. He looks exactly the way he's looked really for the last 2 or 3 weeks. After the second goal, he was outstanding, right? So he didn't show any signs of certainly not being overwhelmed or losing confidence because of the goal. And you need that. Mistakes can make it. You got to bounce back and get right on your horse. And I thought that was some great piece of leadership. So I wanted to make sure I showed the faith in him tonight.
What went right in the second period because you had Boston on its heels?
I think Boston's going to be a lot better tonight, Jack. I do, from the start. I mean, at about 3:21 on the clock in the second period, they had 9 even strength shots. I don't think we've done that to anybody this year, certainly not the Boston Bruins. So we did a bunch of things really, really well, and then at 3-1 we stopped doing all those things, and they put up 18 shots after that, right? They got to almost 30 on that, a whole bunch of blocks and missed nets, so zone time shifted. We stopped. No, we got disconnected on the ice. We got too far away from each other. We couldn't move the puck as well. And even if we did get through the neutral zone at that point, you've only got 1-man forechecking instead of 5 guys. So we lost our connection.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys.